We're making Horaitiki or traditional Greek salad. You're gonna love this. All right, so the word Horaitiki means village in Greek. This is a great salad. It's one of my favorite salads. If I'm not Greek, by the way, I'm Italian, so if any Greek people out there, if I butcher that word, I don't need the hate mail, just go ahead and send something in on the way you're supposed to say it correctly. Also, if you stay to the end, I'll tell you why you're supposed to make it in this shaped bowl, so stay to the end. With this salad, we're cutting things up, but we need them in bigger chunks, right? So I've gone ahead and used a cucumber, and I've trimmed this cucumber already, and you can cut it in big chunks, like 1/2-inch chunks. I'm gonna cut it one time down the middle, right? Only because then I can put a piece in my mouth without having to cut it up on my plate. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna cut this up, nice big chunks. We have some tomatoes, about 2 to 3 tomatoes, depending how big they are. I've cut them in 3/4-inch chunks. If you want them bigger, that's fine. But again, you want something that's a little bit larger. We also have some red onion. We want some thin strips on this one. It's about 1/3 cup or so. This onion was pretty big, so we're gonna go with like about a half onion here. You want thin strips. I know some people like to have it in chunks. Personally, because of how strong it is, I like to go with some thin slices. All right, we have green pepper. 1 green pepper. We're gonna go ahead and cut this up into thin strips also. Remember, we're looking for kind of volume here. Big food, big chunks. Unless something's really strong like that onion, then we're gonna want it in smaller pieces. We also have Kalamata olives. You can put them in whole. We've got about 1/3 cup, 10 to 12. All depends how much you like olives. You can cut them in half if you want. I wouldn't go really smaller than that. All right. So first we're gonna start out with, we're gonna take 4 tablespoons of good olive oil. Then we're gonna go with 1.5 tablespoons of red wine vinegar. We don't want a lot. We don't want a heavy coating on this, but we want everything to be dressed, right? Then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put in 1 tablespoon of lemon, fresh lemon juice. And if you don't have enough, just try to keep the ratios together. If you need to add more olive oil, add the same amount of vinegar, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and mix this up. We're gonna put in our cucumber. Add our tomatoes. Our red onion. Our green pepper. This is a salad that has no lettuce. We're gonna add our olives. And then we're gonna mix it all to coat it. Remember, we want the flavor on the vegetables, but we want it super drenched, right? We don't want too much. We're gonna add in some salt to taste, or 1 teaspoon, some fresh ground pepper. We're gonna add in some oregano. I'd love fresh oregano if you have it. If you don't have it, I would go with a 1/2 teaspoon of oregano. So again, we're gonna coat everything. Now we have some fresh feta. You need to buy the fresh feta from Greek, imported feta. You want to buy a chunk. This is about 3 ounces. A lot of times you can just put the big chunk on top. I kind of like to cut it into 1/4-inch strips. Place it on the top. If sun breaks up, don't worry about it. And that's it. Traditional Greek salad served with bread, not with pita. It's great for the vegetables you have in the summer. Super simple. And for those of you who stayed, here's why you serve it in this kind of a shallow bowl. You don't want a real tall bowl. You want a shallow bowl because the salad is meant to be shared, right? It's meant to be shared as a group. So you can take your fork and you can pick out what you want. You can pick out some cucumber and some tomato and some feta. Mmm.